Hi everyone, before we begin, I want to wish everyone a happy Chinese New Year and Gong Xi Fa Cai. Okay, this video is gonna be a short one because I've been busy clearing my stuff and preparing for Chinese New Year. So in fact, my wife also bought a lot of new things and I have to help her out as well. Okay, in fact, I took a short clip to show my wife how I've helped her save a few $100. Okay, instead of buying from IKEA or furniture shop, we bought it from Taobao, and I have to, fork out the time and effort to fix it DIY. Anyway, for today's video, let us uh, hop onto the 5 stocks to Huat Big Big for Chinese New Year. All right, the first stock on our list is Jumbo Group. Okay, who can forget about the spicy and luxurious chili crab from Jumbo Group? Okay, other than providing seafood dishes, all right, they have also branched out into other F&B offerings or the brands such as Teochew food and so forth. All right, but a majority of their businesses is still located in Singapore, where it generates about 54% of the revenue. However, China is fast emerging as a major source of revenue for Jumbo Group, okay, where the share of the revenue has increased to 38.8% in 2021, okay, from 21% in 2020. So that's a sharp jump of more than 15%. And despite making losses during the pandemic years, Jumbo Group may have potential to rebound strongly with the easing of travel restrictions in China. Analysts are also bullish on Jumbo Group and predicts that it can make 11.6 million in profits by the year 2025, similar to that in year 2019. Okay, the second stock that we have is Xinjiang. All right, festive seasons, supermarkets are sure to draw in the crowd. Okay, and other than NTUC FairPrice and Giant, the other neighborhood grocery store that we are familiar with is definitely Xinjiang. Okay, they sell everything under the sun when it comes to groceries, including seafood, meat, vegetables, food products, okay, and all sorts of general merchandises. And Sheng actually thrived during the pandemic as most people need basic necessities working from home. So its profits have actually doubled from $75 million to $133 million in the past 2 years. All right, the reason why Sheng is worth a second look post-COVID is because of its expansion in China. After opening the first store in China in year 2017, okay, that's around maybe 6 years ago, it is set to open the store in January this year. Okay, so it has been gradually opening stores in China, and this represents a large, addressable market size as compared to Singapore, where Singapore is pretty saturated. China is so big, and there's huge potential, huge growth potential over in China. And when we compare Sheng to other grocery or convenience store stocks, such as Dairy Farm International, Waste Markets, or 7-Eleven Malaysia, Sheng's P ratio of 18.6 times is actually the lowest among the group. That said, all right, their annual earnings growth is forecasted at only 4%, pretty low as compared to the other stocks. Okay, quick pause here before we move on to the third stock. All right, I would like you to help me reach my goal of 1,000 YouTube subscribers. So if you haven't done so, do help me out, all right, and subscribe to my channel and like this video. So in return, okay, I will try my best to share my investment knowledge for you to go hot. All right, thank you very much. So now back to the third stock that we have, Wilmar International. You need cooking oil to cook those yummy dishes during Chinese New Year. And who's better to provide them than Wilmar International? For a quick background, Wilmar is an agribusiness group in Singapore, mainly involved in the palm oil industry, producing edible food and cooking oils. Okay, they have over 500 manufacturing plants, wide-ranging distribution networks that cover the populous countries like China, India, and Indonesia, all those with more than 1 billion of population, right? And Wilmar is especially able to tap into China's reopening growth through their Chinese subsidiary listed in Shanghai. The name is called Ehai Carry Arowana Holdings. Okay, Ehai Carry is pretty significant because it has been contributing about 60 and 40% of Wilmar's annual turnover and net profit respectively since 2012. So 10 years ago, right? It has been contributing about 60% of sales and 40% of net profit. So you can see how Wilmar branching out. You can also see how Wilmar is branching out from the edible oil, alright, into complementary kitchen food products such as rice, flour, noodles, sugar, and more. And as for Wilmar's valuation, we can see that it's trading at a relatively cheaper P ratio of around 8.4 times versus other agribusiness conglomerates like Archer Daniels or Kerry Group. Okay, what's more shocking is that I've included their subsidiary into the peer comparison, and Ehai Carry is trading at a premium valuation of 89 times P ratio. There's no reason why the parent company Wilmar should trade at 8 times P ratio when when their subsidiary, their child is trading at 89 times, right? Okay. Anyway, so moving on to our fourth stock on our list is Ehai International. Not to be confused with Ehai Carry, but Ehai International is a subsidiary of the popular hot pot chain haidilao. Okay, and Ehai International is actually a hot pot condiments firm involved in the production of all these hot pot package, soup bases and other composite food items. Their soup bases ranges from the popular spicy vegetable oil or so-called mala, right, to the more traditional mushroom and tomato sauce. Okay, and here's a fun fact. The co-founders of Ehai are actually the same as haidilao. So that explains why Ehai's packaging can display the branding rights of haidilao. Okay, while Ehai is set up to supply the soup packs to haidilao retail outlets, its main key advantage is that it is able to scale up production and supply to other hot pot players as well. So imagine there are a lot of small time hot pot players that cannot manufacture their own soup bases. Who do they look for? They look for Ehai International. And on top of that, they are able to pack this and then sell internationally. That is why you can see many supermarkets like NTUC FairPrice, Giant, and Xinjiang carrying these haidilao branded condiment packs, which are actually made by Ehai. And the financial performance of the company is impressive as revenue has skyrocketed over 600% in the past 6 years, although the earnings have not grown in tandem. Okay, the firm is currently trading at a high P ratio of 34.3 times, although their historical average is around 54 times. Perhaps due to the recent sharp jump in share price, Ehai is trading like just within a few months, Ehai's share price has doubled already. Okay, perhaps due to the fact that investors are now positive on the growth prospects of hot pot dining as China relaxes the stance on outdoor dining. Okay, the last stop on our list, Genting Singapore. So other than eating reunion dinners and hot pots, what is a better way to spend your Chinese New Year than a trip down to the casino? Alright, so Genting Singapore has a lot to benefit this Chinese New Year because Chinese tourists make up around 50% of the total rolling trips pre-COVID. Other than that, Okay, Genting Singapore is also one of the leading integrated resorts players in Singapore, which you know, they have Universal Studios, the different theme hotels, sea aquarium, and more. And as a company reliant on tourism, Genting is well positioned to recover with the synchronized reopening of borders in the Southeast Asia region. All right. And last but not least, Genting is actively priced against the peers as well. So if you look at the picture over here, Genting Singapore is trading at nearly 1.5 times price to book ratio versus the peer average of 59.9 times. So what is your favorite Chinese New Year stock? How will you celebrate Chinese New Year? Do let us know in the comments below. And next up, all right, if you want to check out another 5 tech stocks in the US, make sure you watch this video over here. All right, I'll see you next time. Happy New Year and bye bye.